Your customers already wrote the best ad for you. If you're struggling with meta ads, maybe the problem is this, your ads, and how to turn customers' language into real ads that do work. Usually when the creative teams are thinking about the best hooks, they're neglecting some parts that we are going to cover in the next few minutes. Usually they are starting with invented copy. So they scratch their heads, or they ask each other, or they do a brainstorm, or they invent fictional characters like buyer personas, and they think that they understand. Let's talk in the language of Sarah or Betty, which is a mom and blah blah blah. But the problem with this process is simple. It doesn't work. What it works is to dive deeper in the language that actual customers are using when they are thinking about the products that they want to buy. Here's how it works. People don't buy products, they buy progress. So there is an itch, there is a frustration that it's happening in point A, and they want to go to point B, where it's light, where it's pleasant, where this problem that they have currently doesn't exist. So to write the hook means to understand the struggling moment. What is the itch? What it's causing customers to say, no more. Today is the day that I'm gonna buy a new tripod or phone. The root of the angle is the saturation, is the question that is designing the behavior that you are after in the customers that you're targeting. There is an incredible difference between invented copy and found copy. Found copy is copy that real customers are actually using when they think about the product that you're selling. So here's the thing, when you are using the customer's language, you are not inventing. You are reading what actual customers are saying about your product. And that's why you need to look over the review. This is an amazing place. There are other amazing places like the social media or the reviews of your competing products and so on. So what does it mean for you? At the practical level, found copy does not sound like an ad because it was never written by a marketer. There is Omniconvert Nexus, which dives into your reviews and your competitors' reviews and analyzes the data and automatically extracts the struggling moment. But you can also do this manual if you want to do it manual. There are 4 layers of customer language that you need to take into account. The first is the struggling moment, is the itch, the frustration, what the customer was facing just before saying, I'm gonna buy this. And it's not like the itch is there and instantly they buy it. There are bookmarks that people put in their minds and they say, sometime in the future I'm going to buy this. That's the passively looking stage, right? When people are looking to buy this. While the struggling moment is the last drop, the last drop that makes people say, okay, I'm gonna make this investment because the paying this money to this product is less than the pain of continuing my life without this product. So there is some math which happens, but it's all unconscious, right? So people behave irrational. So the struggling moment is your hook. The second layer is the desired outcome, the desired progress, where they want to go with your product. Let me give you an example. I've been working with a company selling weighted blankets. Yes, those things. Before working with them, they were selling the cuddling, feeling, the whatever. But what they were really selling, based on the jobs to be done interviews that we've made with their customers, was the peace of mind, right? So didn't want to take pills to get knocked out and not realize what's going on around them. There were people which were taking care about their dear ones, so they couldn't afford sleeping like a horse, and that's why they got this weighted blanket. So the progress was, I want to get an amazing night's sleep while also taking care about the dear one. Then this is the transformation promise, right? So basically we have the struggling moment, which is the first layer, then is the desired progress that they want to do, and then is the transformation promise, right? So this is the desired outcome. Then the third layer is the objection map. These are the things that are stopping customers to take action. What do I mean by that? These are the trade-offs. Yes, I'm gonna buy this, but they are not made in US. Or I would buy another bed, but how do I get rid of my existing bed? So there are the trade-offs that you need to take into account. So basically the objection map should be addressed. So you should find the things that people are asking and are causing them to be hesitant towards buying your product. Now, the fourth layer is the transformation story. So this is the full before and after arc in the customer's own words. So basically, this is the testimonial, right? So this is the thing that most brands are using. So they don't start with the itch. They don't start with the struggling moment. They start with the transformation. So this is the UGC brief that usually brands are giving out to their customers. But you don't want to start with this because you don't want to capture only the transformation layer. You also want to capture the other three, which is a gold mine that sits in your review data. Now you might say, okay, but I don't have enough reviews for this product. There's no problem. You can look at what's driving people to buy these kinds of products from your competitors. So let's say you are selling, I don't know, a multivitamin. What's causing people to buy a multivitamin from your competitors? Or if you sell the same SKU, that's golden because the type of progress and the struggling moments are exactly the same. So a customer describing why they bought the same kind of product on your competitor is the same emotional territory as if that customer would have bought this from your own website. So you are mining for patterns that you can find in your customer reviews to give you a larger or a bigger picture.